His arrest comes after investigators say he shot and killed Gwinnett County Master Deputy Tamara Tuitt Bartlett in a deadly domestic dispute. Her teenage son was also shot. It happened over the weekend in Forsyth County at her home. We're now learning new details about their relationship, and Fox 5's Tyler Fingert is live at the scene tonight with the details. Tyler?
Yeah, Russ, good evening to you. Court records show that the Gwinnett County deputy and the man have been in an on-again, off-again relationship for several years, and she recently filed for a protection order against him. This weekend, that relationship took a deadly turn at this home in Forsyth County when investigators say he killed her and wounded her son. Neighbors who live in this Forsyth County community off McGinnis Ferry Road are stunned after one of their own was killed Saturday night in what investigators call a domestic dispute. The victim, a longtime Gwinnett County law enforcement officer, Master Deputy Tamara Tuitt Bartlett.
I was shocked. That's all I can say.
Investigators say Deputy Tuitt Bartlett was shot and killed by 43-year-old Eric Sumner. They say her teenage son ran to a neighbor's house after he was shot multiple times. He told the neighbor his mom and her boyfriend were arguing when Sumner started shooting. That neighbor called 911 and treated the teen's wounds.
A tragedy like this, it's like very depressing. Being in the neighborhood, it feels like we are missing an important person in the neighborhood.
Court documents show Sumner had a history of aggressive behavior directed at Tuitt Bartlett and her son. In April, she asked for a temporary protective order, saying she had been in an on and off again relationship with Sumner for 3 years. She wrote, quote, "He's becoming more verbally abusive to me and my son. During heated discussions, his temperament goes from 0 to 100. I have requested multiple times for Mr. Sumner to leave," end quote. She said her 15-year-old son, quote, "is in fear because he has autism. That places his fear 10 times more," end quote. And he has called police on Sumner, she said. The protective order was granted the day after he called 911, but she later requested the judge to drop it. Neighbors say they hope her son recovers.
It's a very sad and tragic incident for him to experience.
Deputy Tuitt Bartlett's family has previously faced tragedy. In 2021, another one of her sons died in a hit-and-run crash, which remains unsolved. The Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office says she served its community for nearly 20 years. In a statement, the agency said, quote, "Her commitment to protecting and serving made a lasting impact on all who had the honor of knowing and working alongside her," end quote. Records show her accused killer is a convicted felon, which means he's not allowed to have a gun. At this point, it's unclear how he obtained one.
When we got the news, and we were extremely upset and shocked.
Sumner was arrested over the weekend after a chase in Monroe County. He faces multiple charges, including murder. He is set to face a judge for the first time tomorrow. We're live in Forsyth County tonight. Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
Sad and tragic is right. Tyler, thank you. Well, Fox 5 has new video tonight of a man who opened fire on deputies last week during a domestic dispute in Carrollton County.
The shotgun blast hit several patrol cars, but no deputies were hurt. Fox 5's Doug Evans has the story from Carrollton County.
66-year-old John McCormick remains locked up here at the Carrollton County Jail on numerous charges after opening fire on deputies on September 25th. New video released by the Carrollton County Sheriff's Office shows deputies arriving at the McCormick home around 7:30 in the morning that day. His wife had called 911 saying her husband had been threatening her with a gun, so deputies were taking no chances as they pulled up and left plenty of space between their cars and the house. Mrs. McCormick is also out of the home and behind those patrol cars at this point. The deputies called McCormick to come out, and at one point he does open the door but then retreats back inside. That's where the video records him opening fire. The Carrollton County Sheriff's Office says 5 of their patrol cars were struck by buckshot.
He retreats back into the residence. The deputies are speaking with the wife. They're still trying to ascertain information, and he begins firing a shotgun in their direction, ends up hitting 5 of the vehicles that were out there. And luckily, the deputies were able to get her to safety and get themselves to safety, call in the SWAT team, who were able to lure him out of the house without further incident.
Were you able to determine why he opened fire on your deputies?
We don't know everything yet. We just know that it was a domestic dispute that led up to it, but I don't have the details of what that was.
Have you guys had a history out there at all?
Not that I'm aware of.
Deputies charged McCormick with 5 counts of aggravated assault on law enforcement and an additional count for his wife, 5 counts of interference with government property, and 1 count of making terroristic threats. And as we said, McCormick remains locked up here at the Carroll County Jail. I'm Doug Evans, Fox 5 News in Carroll County.
Doug, thanks. In Haralson County, 2 men were critically injured when police say a man chased them on an ATV and shot them. Investigators say the victims had been riding in a pickup truck on dirt roads when the man on the ATV began chasing them and fired a shot. The men tried to hide in the woods, but deputies say the ATV driver blocked the road and shot again, hitting the driver and forcing the truck off the road and into a tree. Deputies later arrested the suspect. 41-year-old Omar Bennett admitted to the shooting, claiming he was upset about them tearing up the dirt roads. He also said he believed that the truck was stolen.
Crime Stoppers is now offering a reward following a deadly Southwest Atlanta shooting of a teenager. Take a look. This is the victim, 17-year-old Cavell Bird. The shooting happened at an apartment complex on Maury Avenue on September 9th. That's right off Pryor Road near T.H. Slater Elementary School. Officers say Grady medics tried to save Bird's life by using life-saving measures. He later died at Grady. Crime Stoppers is offering a $5,000 reward for information that leads to the arrest of a suspect.
Forest Park police are investigating a weekend shooting at a basketball tournament. 3 people were shot Saturday night at a gym on Hendricks Drive. Police describe it as an isolated incident, saying there was no threat to the general public. Police have not said what led up to the shooting or whether they have any leads on who the shooter or shooters might be.
Officials in Forest Park say crime is down despite Saturday's shooting. Crime was down 39% last year, with 311 fewer incidents reported in all of Forest Park, according to the police department's annual report. Last week, Forest Park's police captain spoke about the progress the city was seeing during a meeting with citizens.
We're in good shape. Currently, crime in the city of Forest Park is 12.6% lower than this time last year. Currently, our biggest issue is retail shoplifting. It's a difficult crime to combat because it's a crime of opportunity and it occurs inside of retail establishments. However, typically our officers are on scene within minutes, which allows us to constantly arrest said individuals.
Gerald Wilkerson says the department is currently at 90% staffing.
Another candidate has entered the already crowded race for Georgia governor. That's
right. Georgia State House member Rua Roman has announced her 2026 bid for governor. She says Democrats need a clearer vision and greater focus on organizing voters. The 32-year-old was elected to the state house in 2022, representing a district in suburban Atlanta's Gwinnett County. She's contending with other candidates, including former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, former State Labor Commissioner Michael Thurman, Republican-turned-Democrat Jeff Duncan, former State Senator Jason Estevez, and State Representative Derek Jackson.
This week, you have a chance to help honor the life and legacy of former President Jimmy Carter. The U.S. Postal Service unveiled a commemorative stamp last month and will hold a dedication ceremony at the Carter Center in Atlanta on Wednesday of this week on what would have been Jimmy Carter's 101st birthday. The dedication ceremony is free and open to the public. It will begin at 11 a.m.